So I remember one time we were recording and it was cold. I was wearing like cool pants because you've turned me on to cool pants.
I really have.
And the thing with cool pants is that they're very thin, and so they're not good for
I
the
see
winter.
what
So I
you're
wore leggings, and I went to the bathroom, and I came back and I told you, oh man, like I hate wearing these pants sometimes because I have leggings on, and when I can't pee through the slit, so I got to take off my I have to like put my dick over the band.
Yeah.
And you were like, what? What the fuck you just say to me? And I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I can't put your dick through the slit, so I gotta pull my pants down.
When you said that you use the slit to pee, that is like to me when a kid pulls his pants all the way down to stand and pee at the urinal.
So, you, for a second, because this is the second time this happened to me in life. The first time this happened to me in life is when I found out that people wipe their butts like this. Like, they go around.
Well, you don't?
No, I lift my balls with my left hand.
Whoa, okay, so that's another thing.
Okay, so this happened to me in high school. I got embarrassed because my friends were like, what? And they're like, you go this way? I'm like, yeah.
You're gonna get it on your balls.
No, I lift it with my hand, so I lift the whole thing. I grab my balls and my dick with my left hand, and I go with my right hand. And I have a whole theory as to why I do it like this, and maybe it's related to the slit thing. I think it's because I was raised by women. I think because my mom raised me, and she didn't know, so maybe she was like, I don't know, do women go this way with the vaginas?
Do women go that way? Do women go to the front? And
Maybe.
Men go to the back?
And you know how women are familiar with slits, so they're just like, use a slit. But
Okay.
also, let me ask you something, man.
Okay.
If you, and I looked up on the internet, the poop thing, yes, I'm a weirdo, but the pee thing, it's like half and half on the internet. And I want to ask you something. Why do you think the slit is there?
So I think the slit is there just really as a design function to kind of like have something to give. Do you know what I'm saying?
Something to give.
Like, you know, because otherwise if it was just like one panel, it would squish your balls, and like some dudes, you know, if you got big balls or a big dick,
squish your balls.
it would just be too tight, right? But then because there's a slit, it can expand. It's like a bellow.
You're describing it like, you know, suitcases have like that extra
Exactly.
zipper.
It's like a bellow. Okay, it's just room. You know, you got your thing. If you really need to, you can stick your hand in there to kind of like, you know, it's like an air conditioning duct. You know,
This is so interesting.
Yeah. It serves a purpose, but you're not supposed to go in there.
This is so interesting because if I was an alien, you're not supposed to go in.
Don't go in the air conditioning duct.
Because if I was an alien and I came down to Earth and I took the shape of a human and somebody's like, this is an underwear, I put it on, I'm like, I would think like, oh, this must be where the hole goes because there's a fucking
And here's the
hole
thing,
here.
and another thing. Okay, first of all, if I would get it if it was like a curtain and it like easily parted, where it was just like boom, you know what I'm saying? Like, and bringing up your next comic, it is mushroom tip penis. Right, it was just like
got a
boom.
mic?
If it had like a little flap you could grab and open up.
Hello.
But it's not. It's you gotta go like that.
You gotta go like this. You gotta twist.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a maze.
Okay.
You gotta you're going
This is
left,
so
you're going
funny
right, and then you're like you're buried, and then you're all fucked up like this.
Yeah, you're angled.
You're angled and you're all twisted, and your pee is gonna get all weird and.
That's so funny.
What's
but
up.
see, so you sound like an amateur because you never tried this. So after a while, your fingers, my left hand is so good at the twisty. So it's like
It's like
my
you're
left
using
hand,
Aikido right
yeah,
here,
my
dude.
left hand, it's like I could close my eye and find my penis through different curtains and shit
Right.
because it goes in there and it does the twist and the turn. I find my dick, then I expand my hand and I make a hole and then I use my right hand to grab. It's a whole process.
Yo,
But
that
anyways,
sounds tight, dude. Okay, it sounds like jujitsu. Honestly,
it's like the drunken fist bump for peeing. But I don't think I'm a weirdo because I've also seen like porn where the guy is just sticking his dick through the zipper of his jeans.
okay, yes, but in my
In your defense,
in porn,
Yeah.
they stick their dicks through a lot of
You're
things.
right.
Okay,
You're right.
they put that shit through pizzas. They put that shit through donuts. They put that shit through like a chicken. They'll put it through anything. They don't give a shit.
You're right. Yo, if we're in court right now, the people be like, oh, that's a good ass point, bro.
Yeah,
That's a good ass point.
man.
Okay.
We are lowering the property value of your house so much.
Okay. But I've read. Okay, so I wrote some comments down from people who like talked about it on
And
Reddit.
hold on here, and before we even get to that, I'm not saying that the over the top method.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. The
Yeah.
over the top method is
Superior.
mechanically better.
Yeah.
I get it, you know, especially when you have two layers. I'm like it's like you ever seen like a dog that just gets too tired to go over a fence?
Yeah,
It's like that. It's just like
It barely made
it's
it.
just
Wait, I have a question for you over the band,
top.
Peters.
Yeah, okay.
So I tried it once because you got me all self-conscious. So I started, but then I have a belt on, so my belt is too long and it touches the inside of the urinal.
Okay, good point.
So did you like put it through one of the loops? Like that didn't become the whole thing.
If if my belt is too, get a shorter belt. Then, but also if it's too long, yeah. I mean, I think in the 90s when long belts were real big, I would like tuck it into my pocket or some shit like that. You got to. It's not a good system. I get it.
You're right.
It's not. It's not a great system.
Now that talking about it, both these systems are bad.
Both systems are bad.
This
is the patriarchy. The patriarchy is keeping us down and forcing us.
I'm a proponent for sitting down and peeing. I think it's better because you don't make a mess.
You know what?
I started peeing sitting down at home because Maria would always yell at me because I'd get piss all over the floor. And I would try to wipe it, but sometimes I forget. Like, I get it. You go to the office, if you go to the office and you use the urinal, there's just like an ocean of piss under every urinal, right?
Yeah.
And I get it. So
I hate that.
You're right. It's a patriarchy.
I feel the patriarchy is making us stand up at urinals.
Yeah.
I feel that we should get rid of urinals. I'm going to say it. Get rid of urinals. Everybody sits down. It's way more comfortable.
Yeah.
Less messy. I remember for a while when I was like when I was younger, because I lived with two sisters and my mom.
Yeah.
I'd always sit down too. And for a while, I didn't even think about it. And then I was like, no, I got to be a man. Toxic masculinity stuck his head back in me, and I started going over the top again. But that messed things up.
This is so interesting you bring that up because I thought first you did it because, and again, the only thing I know about Vietnamese people is through you, my friend, and all the books Viet Nguyen writes. Okay, I read it. He has this.
I like that.
He has this book.
You know it from me or Pulitzer Prize winning Viet Nguyen.
He has like a book he has a book out that's I forget what it's called. I think it's called The Refugees, and it's actually really good. It's just a collection of short stories about different types of Vietnamese refugees. Some are gay. They're trying to. It's just interesting. Just like, hey, here are like 7 examples of how Vietnamese people assimilated in America. They're not all the same, right? Yep. One of the stories is like a guy whose dad kept like. His dad raised him to be like a man and taught him how to use a pistol and like work out and like, just like an army guy, and he like.
That's like my dad.
And he like the main character got divorced. Okay. And he's like, it's because you weren't man enough. Oh, and he's like, I'm going to drive you to her house and you will talk it out. And the dad and the son go together to the white ex-wife's house to have a conversation about like why they can't be back together again. And anyways, it's just like a lot of like the dad controlling the son's life and just like the son is broken because he's like at the end of it, he's like, what is a man? You know what I mean? But like his dad has such a specific image of a man, and I was thinking like, oh, maybe Mike had a dad like that, and then he taught you how to use a gun, and also you have to pee this certain way. Is that? Do you think maybe?
No, I don't remember. Who taught me that. I specifically remember the wiping. I specifically remember being potty trained because my grandpa taught me, and he taught me in this very fun way. Like, what? Which was cool. But like I don't remember the peeing part. I mean, that was something. But I mean, who knows? I mean, my dad was an army guy. Yeah. He was into working out. He was real into that. I could see him being like, real men go over the top.
Over the top.
None of this curtain shit. None of this gay curtain shit. Okay?
Yeah. So, I think, I've got nothing against your method. I've tried it, Yeah.
But, all right. Okay. You know what? For you, I will try
it.
The curtain technique.
The curtain technique.
Okay? I'm going to try it.